I love getting to see this full version of the choreography.
Right?
Uh-oh. Kevin,
Oh,
cut it
sir.
out.
Oh my god. I swear Kevin heard me say, he's not like a killer in that way. He gets me
Like,
in a
you
funny
wanna
way.
bet?
And he's just like, what?
Yeah. He was another one that was like, y'all called me a baby last time. And
Right? I am not cute.
right? The dance break for this one is, well, okay then. Yep. The dance break for this one's awesome. Just saying. I love the melody with this part. It just makes everything hit so much harder too. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
No. Stop. Oh, I love this part. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Love this part. That. Oh my gosh.
That is
move.
so cool. It has very flighty moves. Because you
Yeah.
know it's kind of like this one. It's a very, Peter Pan, a dark Peter Pan concept. Hey K-pop fans, welcome back to K-CordGirls. Welcome if you're new here. I'm Mer.
I am free.
And today we have a double feature. We're doing the Boyz' Roar and their performance on Studio Chum.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do TXT's Devil by the Window and their special performance video.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Which when we watched the Boyz Roar MV when it dropped, was it like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Same day they dropped the teaser for the Studio Chum performance, and we love the BEORIGINAL Studio Chum performances. So we're like, yes, we will be jumping on that as soon as we can. But then TXT was like, you know what, we want to drop a performance video too. And you know what? We're impatient. So they're gonna have to share a day.
Right? We're impatient and we don't have the time to do everybody. So
I feel like eventually we're gonna wind up having to do another like catch-up binge, just because like we're trying to grab all like the major to us and most of you and our channel new releases, but we just keep, I don't know what it is, I feel like we slowly falling behind sometimes
because we're in love with too many groups. That's the issue.
That is the issue. Yes. So no, I can see us winding up having to do a catch-up binge eventually.
Yeah, me too.
Oh goodness. But with that said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this first. I don't know which one to play first. I feel like they're both gonna be an issue.
Right.
I feel like we started with AB6 yesterday and that nearly killed us. And now
this.
all of this. Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna just go with the first one that's up there. I'm gonna go with the Boyz because it's the first one up there. Because at this point, it's a 50-50 shot either way.
Yeah.
But yeah. So before we jump into this, though, if you like this video, go ahead, hit the button, hit the like button, subscribe. What else, Mer?
Hit the bell.
Yeah, that. And come reach out to us. Wow, I can't talk at all today. Reach out to us on our socials. Come chat, hang out, talk with us in Discord, and check out our exclusive reactions on Patreon. We do have some TXT over there, and we have like Road to Kingdom and Kingdom with the Boyz and all that stuff and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm not listening no more because I can't talk. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I feel like there's a lot of Studio Chum videos that we need to catch up on. This is gonna be so bad.
I love Studio Chum.
Yes.
I really do.
Yeah, shocking roar. Don't call me like that.
Wow. You better not. I'm just saying it right now. You better not. I love that line too. Wow. I love getting to see this full version of the choreography.
Right?
Uh-oh. Kevin,
Oh,
cut it
sir.
out.
Oh my god. Boy?
That move. That move.
Wow.
I like the
swear
whistle
he-
too.
Like, me too. I swear Kevin heard me say, you know, he's not like a killer in that way. He gets me
Like,
in a
you
funny
wanna
way.
bet?
And he's just like, what?
Yeah. But yeah, I love the choreography from the MV. I love getting to see this full version of it. Their choreos are so interesting. I always said that before with how many of them there is. They can do some crazy formations. Ooh, I love that.
Oh, that was sick.
She was another one that was like, y'all called me a baby last time. And
Right? I am not cute.
right?
Wow. That is
Yeah.
move.
This part is so cool.
Yeah, I do love what they can do choreography wise.
I do love the outfits they have for this too.
Me too.
Man. The dance break for this one is, well, okay then. Yep. The dance break for this one's awesome. Just saying. I do love you with the red hair too. Q, go
my
away.
God.
Go away, Q. Cannot with him right now. He needs to go away.
Why did you have to give that last look? That was
Because they have to, Mark. It's required. It's a must. They have to.
I don't know how to handle Roar.
Right? Right? Oh, your audio just went out. I can't hear anything. Oh, wait. It's back. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Behave yourself.
Now even the computers are malfunctioning. Like,
Right? And computer's just like, I can't either.
I give up.
Right? But like Kevin's my bias, and like, yeah, I feel like I'm being personally attacked for things that I've said in the past, and I get it, and I'm so sorry, sir. Oh my god.
Right.
But then like Q is my wrecker, and like from the beginning, it's like he's my baby wrecker. What happened? He was like, I'm not a baby, ma'am. I'm going to wreck you hard.
Yeah.
I'm just like, stop.
Which I think we had the bees in comments last time that were like, y'all don't even know. Which this isn't like our first time watching the boys. Like, we've watched them, like I said, we watched them on Road to Kingdom and Kingdom. We've watched a lot of MVs from them. I think there's only a couple we haven't seen so far, and those are like old ones. So it's not like we don't know the boys, you know? Like, we're not new to this. But yet, apparently there's still stuff we need to learn, because they said in the comments, they were like, you don't even know. When it comes to Q, they were like, you don't even know. They were like, his duality is insane. They were like, he can do the cute, but then he can do the spice. And I was like, when? Where?
Apparently, we have not run into the spice because I feel like
out of left field.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a left field attack.
Yeah.
Where is this spice? Because I is confusion.
We need examples and links down below.
Right.
But yeah, they were like, you don't even know. They were like, his duality is insane. Like this is what he's known for, is the duality. And I was like,
you all ain't sharing then,
right?
Because
share with the class.
We've seen a lot of extra content, and he comes off very sweet and cute. And maybe that's just his personality, and there's a duality on stage. But we've seen a lot of stage though too. So you hold it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deliver.
Yeah. And yeah. And it's funny because when we watched Roar, we were like, we talked about this. We were like, you know, the boys were not, because they have a variety of sounds. I'm trying to remember everything we said when we watched Roar. But I remember we were talking about, like, Q and Kevin specifically being like, babies. Because they're so adorable and they're not killers.
And then we looked up their ages and we were like,
what?
We
were like, because they're so young, that's what it is. And then like after we finished recording, we went and looked up their ages and we were like, never mind. Because we compared them to ATEEZ last time, and we were like, we compared them to the ATEEZ performance that they did together, and we were like, here's the boys, all like cute and adorable little like clips and stuff in their hair, and then ATEEZ is like, we're just gonna come with the swag, and they're older than like 80 to 90% of, okay, I don't know if not everyone is multi-fandom, so they don't know everything about every group. But basically, all the ones that they were performing with, and that all the members of ATEEZ that they performed with in that performance, so it wasn't all of them, but all the ones in that one, Q and Kevin are older than them. And like, we were shook, okay? When we saw it, we were like, no, baby Kevin and baby Q are older than... What? What?
Like, when did this happen? Like, I get it. Like, birth, that's what happened, but...
Right? And now knowing that, going into this, it changed things. It changed things, and I feel like they know that too. They were like, we're gonna prove you wrong. And they did. Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where I got that mindset, because I know
I think it's just personality-wise.
I guess, because I know that I knew their age, and I know ATEEZ's age, but I don't know how I got so confused. I don't know how I got so confused.
I think what it is too is content-wise. Like, okay,
maybe
everyone in K-pop does has moments where they do refreshing songs and moments when they do harder hitting songs. Some groups are known for doing more of one over the other, but everyone has dabbled in all those different sounds and concepts and vibes at least once or twice. For the most part. At least the groups we watch. And I feel like I feel like we know them more for the harder stuff. Not that they can't do cute, because they've done plenty of cute, but we know them more for the harder stuff. Whereas, I don't know, because I'm not going to say I know the boys more for the softer stuff either, because they have a very wide range of sounds and concepts. From song to song, it changes, you know? But for some reason, I think I tend to think more on the cuter side. For some reason. I don't know. I don't know anymore. They've done mess with my head. I don't know anything anymore. I give up.
At this point, I have no excuse, I guess. I mean, like, my bias in Wrecker is a recent thing. And maybe I just wasn't paying attention when we were covering the harder stuff. That others were killing me at that point.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I should go back and watch some of their stuff.
Yes.
Because if you have ever gotten into a group and not had a bias and watched a whole bunch of their stuff, and then later on,
yes,
you get a bias and then go back,
it's
and
a completely different experience.
It is. It is.
It is.
Because I'll tell you, there's like with some of my the first groups that got me into K-pop, I've gone back and watched some of the older MVs, and where like I didn't even notice my bias.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, how did you not die at the beginning? What the heck?
Exactly.
So,
see, and I think maybe that's part of my issue too, because I think when we first started getting into the boys, right away Sanu stood out to me.
Right.
And so I've kind of always focused a bit more on him than the other members when watching. Not always, but like if he's on the screen. So maybe that's my excuse. I had a bias from the get-go, and so that's where my attention went. You didn't, so your attention was just all over the place. And now that it's been kind of more honed in and focused.
Yeah, now that I focus, like it really was just spread, because I was just like, I don't know, that's a lot of guys, that's a lot of hot faces. That's a lot of hot faces. I don't know. And then like Kevin and Q popped out, and now that I'm noticing them more, it's just like, well, hot damn, where did you come from? Right? And so maybe I do need to just go back and watch content that we've already watched before.
Probably. Because I know I've done that with groups.
I'll be less confused. Yeah.
I've done that with groups where I didn't have a bias right away, or for a long period of time. And then when I finally had one, I went back and looked, and it's a completely different experience. There's a completely different experience of watching a K-pop video with and without a bias. The same video.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Because there's, like, I've done it several times over several different groups.
Yeah.
You know, like one of them is like One Us. Before I got a One Us bias, I went back and watched some of the earlier stuff that we had watched, and I was like, hot damn.
Or sometimes someone will stand out right away, just solely built on stage presence and looks.
Right.
But then, like, once you get to know personalities and stuff, and if bias has changed, then going back and looking, it's like, you at least have somewhat of an excuse, because you're like, well, that person was stealing my attention at the time. But then it's like, once you get through that fog and finally, like, find someone that's more like, yeah, then it's different. It's much different.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. Totally different experience.
So that's our excuse and explanation for last The Boyz reaction. We need to watch more now. I want another guide, because we did a guide on them in November, and I think we had said this last time. It was a nice guide as far as getting to know, like, you know, funny facts or quirks, personality things. Like, I know that was how we got to know, like, Kevin better, because his personality stood out a lot in the guide. And several other members as well, of course. But it didn't, I don't know. We were trying to pay attention to time, and we're like, we can't get a guide that's way too crazy long, which can happen with a group this big. But we also want to see personalities. And I'm not saying the guide we watched was a bad guide. It was a good guide. But I think we need one that has more, basically. So, yeah.
Might have to find, like, a real good one and then break it up or something into parts.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many of them. It makes, like, a good in-depth guide is going to be long.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And we have a guide that we're watching later. Well, we actually have two guides we're watching this week, and then another one. Anyways, we have guides coming up this week and next week. But one of them's like 40 something minutes long, and it's for a group that's like half the size of the Boyz. You know?
Yeah.
So like one about the Boyz is going to be pretty long because the group's so big. And yeah, we'll just have to break it up, I guess. Yep. Anyways, yeah. So that's our excuse. We're gonna go ahead. I know we were like, TXT and the Boyz are gonna have to share, and then we went on this long tangent about the Boyz. But it's because we had to make up for what we said last time.
Right.
We had to correct ourselves.
Crazy. We're just delusional.
Yeah, there's a difference. Oh goodness. And now we get to the killer number 2. Which I am excited to see the choreo for this. We saw the performance, the comeback stage performance for it, but I feel like this is gonna give us a better look at the choreo.
Yeah.
I love the styling already.
Me
Oh,
too.
where are your sleeves, sir?
Oh,
I
wow.
love the melody with this part.
Oh, wow.
The
I love
choreo's
how
so
dark
good.
it is.
Yes. The choreo's so good, but then also mixed with like the different candle angles, it just makes everything hit so much harder too. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
No. Stop. I really love how this year and last year we're really getting this unhinged look at TXT.
Me
And I love how
too.
they bring that into this choreography.
They very much so growing up, you know?
Oh yeah.
And I love this new feel. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. I love the way they mix the flowy moves with like the real hard hitting blocks. Oh, I love this part. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Love this part. That. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that is
move.
so cool.
That is so awesome. And then I love this like softer kind of ending for it too.
Me too.
Well, softer moment. That.
I do really love the moves and like a lot of the ones on this album. It has very flighty moves because you know it's kind of like this one. It's a very Peter Pan, a dark Peter Pan concept. And I just love the flight type moves. Okay, that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much, it's like, yeah, like the Peter Pan effect, but then there's also like another version of them unhinged. Unhinged and dark Peter Pan. Like when you mix the full choreography together, unhinged and dark Peter Pan.
Yeah, yeah.
That was awesome. I love the choreo. Oh my god.
Right?
It had so many, like, you know how sometimes you get a choreographed piece and like it's really great all the way through, but then there's like one moment that just stands out and it's a big highlight moment. I feel like this routine had many highlight moments. It wasn't just like one big highlight moment. Like, yeah, the part with Yeonjun where like it makes it look like they were like holding him up by his neck. That part's amazing. But there's also the other part where like they picked him up and made him look like he was flying, or like they had like they like supported like Subin and was like pushing him up. And then the slowdown at the end. I'm sorry, that's a highlight moment too. I don't care that it's not that hard hitting. Right. It's a highlight moment.
Right. Well, even when they were laying on the floor with like the shadow, like with the lighting and stuff and the shadows, it almost had this airy feel about it too. Still, even though they were lying on the floor, it just had this kind of floating feel to it.
Yeah.
Which I thought, which was during that really, really nice slowdown at the end. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then the lined up part too with Subin in the front, like they had their hands coming out, but then when they all duck down and it's just Bomgyu like coming forward like that, that's such a good moment. Such a good. He looked good right there. I'm just saying. I might have a record. I might have a small record. Just saying. But yeah,
I have so many records.
What am I saying? I have two because Subin's a record too. I'm sorry, Stephen. I forgot about you for a second.
This is a difficult group. This has been a difficult group for me from the very get-go.
Yeah.
And it just becomes harder and harder and harder. And I just
because what was it we said last time? We were like, Murr's bias is whoever Yeonjun's arguing with at the time. And then like, what was it, like a week or so ago? You were like, I might be. You were like, Yeonjun might be, and then it was like you kept like you wouldn't finish the sentence. You were like, I'm not gonna go there.
Right? Yeah. Well, and it's like I've been for Free's birthday, I've been putting together like fan-made videos and trying to collect stuff and still working hard on it. And anyways, I had to do a Yeonjun fan-made video, and I had to go through so much content. And it was just like, maybe he's just your bi. Nope. We cannot go there. Girl, do not start.
You can though, Mur. You can go there. It's okay. It's okay. I'll share. I got no problem sharing.
Oh my gosh. It's a hard group to.
It is.
And I'll tell you, he will always be my baby. I know that pisses people off. The age gap is too much, okay?
Oh, what,
so
Kai?
He will always be my baby. Kai has grown up, and he's really starting to fill out in like his chin and his neck. And I'm like, stop growing up. He's looking really fine too.
Yeah,
he's looking really fine too. I mean, he's of age, but he's my baby that is of age. I will always. I'm sorry if it pisses you off. It just means you're very young.
You're probably
don't understand. Right. Just take comfort in the fact that I am too old to look at him any other way. So, yeah.
I do love that moment though with him at the beginning, the starting moment, where like his head, like, again, the unhingedness of it all.
Right.
And that part was so well done.
Right. And from their earlier stuff, like, if you would have taken me back to like their earlier stuff,
like Crown,
in that time area, right? I would have been like, "Oh, Kai could never do unhinged. He's so sweet and so pure." But now I'm just like, okay then.
I feel like they've always kind of been hinting at this direction though, because like you go back and you look at Crown, and even though Crown sounds sweet and bubbly, even though like the MV looks sweet and bubbly, the lyrics are pretty dark. So I feel like they've always kind of been like, you know what? When they get a little older, we're just gonna full blown go dark. Like,
right. They had like refreshing concepts before, but there's always been this dark hint that has carried through, and now the concept has gone dark.
Yeah.
Which I love. I loved the refreshing concepts with just like dark hints of lyrics and stuff. But now that we're going to dark concept, I love it. I'm embracing it. I think it's great.
Oh yeah, I think like I've always loved TXT stuff. Even the refreshing earlier work, always loved it. But I feel like we hit like this switch right around the time that we had like OX1 equals Love Song and Loser Lover, and then from there we went into like Good Boy Gone Bad, and then now we're going into, you know, Sugar Rush Ride and Devil by the Window, and all of those from starting, like I said, from starting at like OX1 equals Love Song, we started going in a darker direction, both in sound, in concepts, in storyline. But I love it. Like I said, I love their older stuff too. You know, don't get me wrong, I love it all, but this more mature, darker kind of direction that they're going in, I love it a lot. Yeah. And the unhinged, like Frost will always be a favorite. But, and I'm not saying I don't like the MV, I love the MV, but the performance video of Frost, I think it was a Studio Tune video, wasn't it? I think it was Studio Tune. It
was, yeah.
That was the first time I think we really got to see their full-blown capabilities of doing that unhinged. I saw that, I was like, I love it. I'm sold. Yes.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, because that one we were like, what? Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that is one of my favorites. I go back and watch that one
a lot,
over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just loving everything they're putting out. I really, really am.
Me too.
I can't wait to see what direction they go in next.
Me too.
But yeah, so with that said, this video has already gotten quite a bit longer than I think we had planned on for a double feature. We chatty today. What can we say?
We are.
But we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Let us know what you all think of both videos down below. If you have any suggestions or like links of like a certain someone's duality, just saying, drop that down below. And yeah, we will catch you all next time.
Her reactions in this.
Yes.
She's got big, gorgeous eyes. Oh!
Oh, don't do that! Don't do that! Don't. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Ooh.
Yeah, just do it. No, don't stop her. Just let
Do
him
it.
do it.
No. It's getting hot here. Let me turn my fan back going.
Oh my gosh. I really like this routine.
It's the look
Right?
mixed with that. Oh, that. Oh.
Aww, why? You had to hit me in the feels. Look at those jaw drops. Every time my heart just goes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I can't tell them the background.